Hello, I am Eugene Onyibo, the author of the best-selling book titled Working Years Will Soon Be Over: How to Prepare for Retirement. I am a business and career coach, so I help people achieve their business and career goals. I welcome you to the third video of this program, a free online training on how to prepare for retirement. The primary goal of this program is to enlighten you on how to make effective, reliable, and dependable preparation for your retirement. In the first video, I said that research findings from experts show that while over 95% of retirees today have lost their financial freedom and can no longer meet their financial needs, over 90% of those who are working will also lose their financial freedom when they become retirees. In other words, while most retirees are poor and financially dependent today, most workers will also lose their financial freedom and also become poor when they become retirees. The primary goal of this program is to help you to avert this future calamity. One of the most dangerous things about this finding is that most workers are even ignorant of the financial doom that awaits them in the future. So, this program will sensitize you on what lies ahead of you if you do not prepare for the future, and also give you guides, help you to know how to avoid such problems in the future. In the second video, I discussed retirement planning resources, and I did say that retirement planning resources are the ingredients you need to prepare for your retirement. They are the tools you need to make effective and reliable preparation for your retirement. I discussed 6 retirement planning resources. I encourage you to get the video if you have not watched it so that you will know what they're about and be able to use them to make your preparation for your retirement. This is the third video in the series, and in this video, I will be discussing pre-retirement reflections. Pre-retirement reflections are questions you should ask yourself about your future. These are questions you should ask yourself now that you are still working. You don't prepare for retirement when you become a retiree. Rather, you prepare for retirement before you become a retiree. These questions will guide your preparation for your retirement, and that is why you should ask yourself those questions now that you are still working, and also find the answers to them before you eventually become a retiree. The next video will focus on the most critical retirement plans. The next video will be the fourth and also the last video in this program. Now listen to this. Many people today are poor retirees, not because they do not have any retirement plan, but rather because they have unreliable retirement plans. There is no difference between a man who has an unreliable retirement plan and another who has no retirement plan. There is no difference between a retiree who has an unreliable retirement plan and another retiree who has no retirement plan, because an unreliable retirement plan is useless. This is why you should not waste your time amassing unreliable retirement plan. In the last video, I said that one of the reasons some workers acquire unreliable retirement plans is because of ignorance. And that was why when I was discussing retirement planning resources in the last video, I said that one of the retirement planning resources you need is the right information. You need the right information in order to be able to take the right decisions and also make the right actions. Remember, I also said in that video that wrong decisions and fruitless efforts are usually inevitable in most life endeavors when you are ignorant of what you are doing. This is why you need to be properly guided in order to make the right and effective preparation and planning for your retirement. Remember, all the videos are available online. You can download and watch all of them. Maybe this particular one was given to you by someone, but you still need all the other ones. And for you to have access to all those videos, you have to sign up for this training. And remember, it's a free program, so you're not expected to pay anything. There is a web link on this screen now. Type it in your browser, then you will be able to sign up for the program and also have access to all the other videos. In addition to that, you also have access to other programs I have, and you'll be able to use them to empower your life. I promised you that I will look at pre-retirement reflections in this video. Pre-retirement reflections are questions you should ask yourself during your working years and also find the answers to them because they will guide your retirement planning activities. If you do not ask yourself these questions when you are still working and also try to find the answers to them, the questions will stare at you when you become a retiree and you will not be able to do anything about them. The first question is, will you be able to maintain your present standard of living when you retire? What type of house do you live in? What type of car do you use? What type of clothes do you wear? What type of food do you eat? What type of friends do you have? What type of places do you go? What type of phone do you use? All these make up your standard of living. And the question I have for you is, will you be able to maintain all this when you become a retiree? The reason I ask this question is that the quality of living of most workers depreciates immediately they become retirees. You will observe that most workers are unable to sustain their standards of living as workers when they become retirees. And you should be an exception to this trend. That's why you should ask yourself this question. And if your answer is not in the affirmative, you should ask yourself, what steps should you take now that you are working so that you will be able to maintain your present standard of living when you become a retiree? The second question you have to ask yourself and reflect on is, what financial challenges will you have when you retire? But before you will be able to answer this question, you have to do what I call financial forecast. So you have to look at your life and look at your future and ask yourself, what are the financial challenges you will have by the time you become a retiree? I'll give you an example. If you have a child who is 5 years old now and you will retire in 5 years' time, that means that by the time you will become a retiree, that child will be 10 years old. He wouldn't even have finished secondary school. And now the question is, how will you be able to pay the school fees of that child when you become a retiree and he's still in school? You should also ask yourself, if you retire as a tenant, how will you be able to pay your house rent? Now you are working and earning. You know how difficult it is for you to be paying house rent. Now, how do you think you will be able to do that if you retire without having a shelter over your head? What financial challenges will you have? Remember, you will always have shelter over your head. You will always eat, feed your family, clothes, and when anyone in your family or yourself is sick, you go to the hospital. The third question I have for you is, what will be your source of income when you retire? In other words, how will you be able to earn or make money when you retire. In my book, Working Years Will Soon Be Over, I discuss some facts about retirement. One of the things I said in the book is that you will still have financial responsibilities when you retire. So the fact that you become a retiree does not mean that your financial challenges are over. You will have financial challenges for the rest of your life, whether you are working or not. Now, the question is, how will you be able to take care of those financial challenges? That's why you should ask yourself, how will you be able to make money when you become a retiree? In the same book, Working Years Will Soon Be Over, I also said that workers naturally become unemployable during their retirement. Retirement normally occurs when people advance in age. And at that age, they will not have the physical strength to manage a business. They will also not have the physical strength to work for any organization. So they will not be able to be either entrepreneurs or employees. So if you cannot work, how then will you be able to earn? One secret I want to share with you. One of the things that will make you happy, safe, and financially free during your retirement is if you will be able to earn without working for money. One of the secrets of the rich is that they do not work for money, rather, money works for them. The poor are poor simply because they work for money most of the time, and that is why they cannot earn if they do not work. But the rich earn even when they are on holiday, even when they are asleep, even when they are enjoying, because money works for them. So you must be able to have a system that will ensure that you are able to earn even without working. And unless you are able to achieve this, you will not be able to meet your financial challenges during your retirement years. If you must work before you earn, that means you will not be able to earn if you do not work. Most unfortunately, most retirees cannot earn because all they know about making money is working for money. I will explain this in details in some materials I will recommend to you. The fourth question I have for you is, what retirement plan do you have? What retirement plan do you have? In my book, Working Years Will Soon Be Over, there is an expensive statement I made. I said, every retirement plan is an investment, and every investment is also a retirement plan. Every retirement plan is an investment, and every investment is also a retirement plan. I have been talking about having a reliable retirement plan. I've been talking about retirement planning. When I say you should have a retirement plan, I actually mean that you should have investments. Investments are the things that will take care of you during your retirement. But another thing is that investing or investment is another subject of training in my activities. I have investment seminars because an investment simply means an income generating valuable. That is, a valuable that has the capacity to generate income for the owner. So you have to understand types of investments and a lot of things about it. So you must have investments and the proceeds should be able to swallow your financial challenges during your retirement. That is how you will be able to enjoy financial freedom during your retirement. So I ask you, what will be your source of income when you become a retiree? Will you be able to meet your financial challenges without necessarily working for money when you become a retiree? My dear friend, so far I've given you four questions to reflect on, and they are pre-retirement reflections. The first one, will you be able to maintain your present standard of living when you retire? The second question, What financial challenges will you have when you retire? The third question, what will be your source of income when you retire? And the fourth question, what retirement plan do you have? And the last question is, how reliable is your retirement plan? So when you identify the retirement plan you have, when you identify the preparations you are making for your retirement, you should ask yourself, how reliable are those preparations? Will those preparations guarantee your safety, your happiness, and your financial freedom during your retirement? If they will not, you will know that they are unreliable retirement plans and you should put them aside and start looking for the reliable retirement plans. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I hope you find it very interesting. Don't forget to sign up for this training if you have not done so that you will be able to have all the videos in this training. The link is on your screen again. Just type the link in your browser and you'll be able to sign up and have access to all other videos. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you are watching this video on YouTube. You should also like my page if you are watching this on my Facebook page. Also, don't forget to share this video with as many friends as you can so that they will also have access to this life transforming message and also have their own lives impacted. Thanks very much. See you at the top.